pretty stash of ribbons, strings, and fibers in your craft drawer, you're gonna wanna pull those out because today's project puts all of those scraps to good use. We are starting at the craft table today, learning how to make spring pom-pom topiaries that I say look like something straight out of a Dr. Seuss book. Crafter Sarah Freeman is joining me with the easy tutorial. It's great to see you.
Always good to see you too.
You're a crafter, you're a fiber artist, and you collect a stash that makes the rest of us so
I collect.
envious.
That's a really nice way of putting it.
Look at this.
It's like collection.
We decided Sarah should do a photo shoot with all of these yummy yarns.
Bathe in it.
All right, but to the project at hand, I was in charge of putting together truffula seeds for my daughter's Dr. Seuss week.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like if I were to plant those Starburst jelly beans that I packaged up for those first graders, this is what would come out of the ground.
That would be so perfect.
Look how cute.
That would be perfect.
Describe this project.
Okay, so I was talking with one of my friends. She's pretty crafty herself, and we were talking about spring crafts, and she was sharing her love of topiaries. And topiaries really are a great spring decor item because they bring in the greens of spring and the flowers and all this stuff. Unfortunately, my green thumb does not extend to living topiaries. So I went to the next thing I know, which is pom-poms.
Look how happy.
We have pom-pom topiaries
Okay, all right, we're gonna jump in. Tell us how. Tell us how we make one.
So I didn't want this to just be a giant yarn pom-pom because yarn is wonderful, but I mean, we think of it more in the fall and the winter because it's it's cozy, it's warm. But I wanted to make it a little lighter for spring. So we're not just using yarn, we're using things like ribbon, tulle, like some of the scraps of fabric, like anything that you have around your house that's like fibery, let's throw it in.
Okay.
It's sort of a mixture of all sorts of things.
That's what makes these so fun and interesting. And I think the pictures that we're showing capture it beautifully, but if you get up close, it's like bits and colors and textures, and they're all clumped together in this really cool way.
Kind of scrappy.
Scrappy.
I call it a scrappy pom-pom.
Scrappy, yeah.
So, and it really is great to use up all that you have. Like throw in, maybe you just have a little bit left of something, throw it in. It makes it great. And it sort of gives it a floral look. That's kind of what I like too.
Okay, how are we putting it together though?
You're going to need a pom-pom maker. Now, this is a massive pom. This is not the size I used, but I wanted to just show what this, like, I got really lucky and found this at Hobby Lobby once, and it came with a smaller one as well. And now I can't find them. I don't know. I know.
Oh,
anyway,
tease us. I feel like I could have used that to create my ponytail this morning. That's big.
There are other options. So I just wanted to show kind of what some of these are. This is on Amazon. They also have them at Hobby Lobby. It's like a half of a pom-pom, but it makes a really good big puffy pom-pom.
Okay.
If all of that fails, you can always use a cardboard circle. These really work great. And then you can make it in any size you want. So don't fear if you cannot find them in the store. You can always make your own.
All right.
They still work great.
What do we do with this?
So with these, we're gonna take some of our scraps and pieces. So this is, we're gonna save one of these. So like, I'm just gonna show you on this big guy. Maybe if we can get him open.
A fun project, my daughter would die. I think this is so fun to do. If you're a grandma out there looking for a fun connective project with your grandkids, this is it.
And you really, like, you can't go wrong.
Okay.
Other than like tying it tightly enough, you really can't go wrong. So use like your big chunks. This will help make it go faster, first of all. Put in some ribbon, this is fabric that I just kind of ripped off. The tulle. So this is what you're gonna do though. You're gonna cover this whole side.
With just
You're gonna cover this whole side with bits. You kind of need to hold them in place as you go so that they don't all fall out.
Or tuck them, or
Right, and they'll just cover them up. And so then they're kind of gonna stay in place. Then you end up with this lovely like
chunk of love.
Donut of yarn.
We don't know what this is, but we love her.
But this is my favorite, and I always feel kind of like I'm cutting open a cake or something like this. This is the magical part. So then we're gonna cut right in, and then you can start to see all the fun stuff underneath
Look
too.
At this. Look at the little,
it's like a layer of cake.
The fibers are flying.
So you can start to see. This is my favorite though. I do just. You need really sharp scissors. Keep that in mind.
My kitchen shears that are used for everything under the sun will not cut it.
No
pun intended. They won't cut it for this project.
I loved that pun.
Thank you.
You will need like something that's fairly thin to go in between your pom-poms. Anyway, so we're gonna try to get this cut through. I'll just show kind of how it's so awesome. Anyway, you're gonna tie it up. Let's see, we'll try to finish this. We can do it quickly enough here. It's so big. You have to cut through so many layers.
I love it.
Okay, and see, like now you can see our little peak of fabric.
Just, are we here? Look at this. Look at all of this yummy.
Isn't that wonderful? It
Oh,
makes
it's
a
cool.
mess,
Oh,
so
it's cool.
be
Okay.
prepared for a little mess on your
Okay.
table. You're gonna tie a yarn strand through the center, and now this is the one part that you just have to really make sure you get it tight.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will kind of fall apart. So
Otherwise, the
that's
leaves
sort
will
of a
fall.
problem.
One strand at a time.
Okay, we're gonna get this in here.
And you're just using regular yarn?
Yep, and you don't want to go too thick with that one because the thicker is just harder to knot. So, voila.
Look what we have.
Now it's messy. It needs a trim.
A big ball of happy. Can I work on that?
Yes.
So just kind of evening it
And
out?
you might want to actually use these. These
Okay.
are a little better for trimming.
The golden goose
Yes,
scissors?
the golden scissors.
Okay.
Now, once you have that all trimmed,
Yeah.
you're going to just put
This
a
is so fun.
dowel in the center.
Okay, hot glue?
Yep, hot glue. So you kind of want to find where your center string is, and you don't want to go there. You actually want to go where like the strings go all the way through so that you can get it into the center as much as possible. Hot glue, stick this in.
This is so satisfying.
Then you need to find,
Oh my gosh.
but you're gonna end up with it all over your skirt.
I
Oh,
don't
man.
even care. I
Okay,
want a
good.
job in a pom-pom factory. This is so fun.
Anytime you need
Okay,
you need to
okay.
do pom-poms. Then you're going to find. So I found these cute pots on Amazon actually.
Cute.
You're gonna need to do something. These are very top heavy.
Okay.
So you're going to need something to sort of stabilize your pom-pom on there. I got a paper cup. Stick the dowel into your paper cup with your pom-pom on it, and then that's gonna help stabilize it inside your pot.
A cup will hold. What do you put around it?
So then I put some rocks to make it heavier, just like they're craft rocks, so they're not gross and dirty, but there's like a layer of that at the bottom. And then we just I put some like polyurethane foam on top.
These are
you
amazing.
could use like floral foam or something too. But
Way to go, Sarah. The pom-pom topiaries. We see the mini guys down front. We've got
Yes,
a little
the little
forest, a
ones.
nursery
Yes.
of trees. And you're seeing some other scrappy projects. This cute banner down front, just
so
tying
easy, yes,
and
super
using.
easy.
I love that. Just want to run my fingers through that.
Yes.
And what do you call these?
So these are sort of rainbows. Same thing. This is actually a half of a large embroidery hoop that I just cut in half.
Yeah.
My husband got out the pruning shears and we cut it. Just tie them on. This is a half circle. You can find these on Amazon, hot glued to it to make little rainbows, which are great for spring.
You're amazing. You're
And
amazing.
It's fun. It's fun.
All right, we breezed through a couple of these smaller projects. Of course, the topiaries have our heart today. Will you be sharing tutorials for these?
Yes, on my website, apricotpolkadot.com, and always on my Instagram as well at apricotpolkadot.
Thank you so much. How
Thank
fun.
you.
What a fun way to start our show and start our day. Apricot Polka Dot is where you want to go for more fun tutorials, fun projects like this, and we'll await your photo shoot
Yes.
with your stash, your enviable stash.